What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 8th episode of To Your Eternity. This one's titled Monster Brothers. I'm going to assume it's referring to Gugu and Fushi. That seems most likely, unless we're introducing another character. Maybe the brother is also, like the brother that disappeared, maybe he's also now a monster. That's the only other way I think they can interpret it. But I think it's more like Fushi and Gugu becoming more like a brotherly sort of bond. So that seems to be where I think it's going. I mean, Fushi and March had like a mother-son type dynamic, or at least she wanted it to be. And then we now have a brother-like bond here. Maybe all our interactions with future characters will end up like a family-style bond as we learn from each other. Maybe that's where we're going with it. I don't know. But last time out, we met Gugu, who was abandoned by his brother. We don't really quite know what happened there. I feel like we can come back to that later. I think there's going to be something about that. We'll probably meet the brother again, or we'll learn about what actually happened there. It feels like there was something noticeable involved in that. But Gugu has a crush on a girl named Ryan. He doesn't actually know her name, though, from working at the food stalls and such. But he finally learns her name as he's shoves her out of the way to protect her from a falling log that had come off like one of these like rail cars, because it wasn't strapped down properly and he was going too fast. So he does save her. I don't think she realized it was him that saved her, based on how she interacts with him later, but we'll see. However, his face gets crushed by the log as it impacts his face. The fact that he's alive is nothing short of a miracle, considering everything that happened. But it's actually the old woman's lover, Booze Man, what a great name that is, who saves him. But because of the injuries to his face, he ends up adopting this mask that he's now wearing, and that explains the deal with the mask. And we interact with him as we arrive, and we ultimately end up becoming the target of Ryan's affections as she visits the shop. And whilst obviously Gugu is like, "Oh my god, it's her," she doesn't really recognize him, probably because of the mask, and would probably be put off if he didn't have it on, and is attracted to Fushi, which is I don't know how Fushi's going to take that, but I guess we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, this show is very, very beautiful in its way. I think this is one of those shows, there are a couple of these types of shows that I call like experience shows almost, where it's so much better to experience the show and just enjoy it yourself than it is for reactions necessary to work with it. I don't know if this show, for me personally, is the best reaction show, as opposed to comedy. Comedies always work. Anything with a lot of detailed theory crafting works, obviously, like detective shows and such. But I think shows like this that are meant to just be experienced, I think don't work so much as a reaction for the video portion. I think the after bits and talking about experiences and how it might relate to each individual person's perspective of life might be more meaningful. But I don't know. It's just one of those series that I always find hard to feel. Like, how do I feel of it? As a show, I obviously love it, but as a reaction, it's hard to tell. Like, it's one of those ones I'm conflicted in my mind about, for example, but I'm just trying to think of what other shows I would necessarily lump in with that, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. There were definitely some in the past few seasons that I would lump into that category, but I genuinely cannot think of them. I'm looking towards Project Wall now to maybe give me a sign as to where one of them might be, but even then, I can't actually find one. Feel-good shows, like the cute girls doing cute things type shows, when they're not necessarily super funny at all times, like Sleepy Princess and The Demon Castle, but they're just more chilled. Like, let's make a Mug 2 from this season, for example, which I've fallen behind on quite significantly. I will work on catching up on that in the interim between seasons when I get some free days, but it's one of those shows that doesn't necessarily work as a reaction for me, because it's just like, it's just sit back, relax. There's not much to react to. You could lump like Laid Back Camp into that as well, but that holds a special place in my heart that I like talking about, so I won't say anything negative about that one. But yeah, go load the episode up. As per usual, these are tire-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 month gives you access to all Patreon and Patreon reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Log Horizon Season 2, and Symphonicate G. We also have movie reactions, and if you go to my Patreon right now, there is a movie poll up for the first week of June, so where you can vote on what movie I watch for June. There's a list of 6 movies there you can pick from. It's also on my Discord if you want to double check on that. And yeah, we'll be watching one of those movies. We did Kiki's Delivery Service for May, and we'll see what we get this month. No Ghibli movies on there this time at the moment. It's a bunch of the older movies that haven't been requested yet. I'll be working through those and maybe deciding to move or change some of them depending on how they've been doing in recent polls and such. So we'll see. But yeah, here on YouTube we do timer-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play. And play start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Crunchyroll as per usual, since they're the ones who licensed it, as with every show today. No logos or anything, which can be straight into the episode from a black screen. You can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset as well to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Recap a little bit. Mm-hmm. All the poses. Mm-hmm. Oh, the laugh at the end. I forgot he inherited the old man's laugh. That's terrible. OP time, okay. I completely forgot about that laugh. We need to get him a new laugh. I'm sorry, we need to get you a new one. You can have that one back in, like, I don't know, a couple 100 years or something. I'm fairly certain that's Gugu and Marine in the OP. I guess we'll see what ends up happening. I mean, considering how this OP's gone with showing March growing up when it was just like a fort forward, I won't hold any expectations for anything. We do see more shots of him growing up, at least. Gugu, that is. Alright. Here we go. Yes? Oh, okay. Hmm. Sure. Right. Hmm. Fair. I mean, yeah. Hmm. See her every day, but what's the brothers? Yeah. Hmm. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Can make items as well. Huh. Huh. Hasn't been directly impacted by that. Okay. Ah, now he can make it. Hmm. It's a stimulation, right? Oh shit. Oh shit. We're gonna burn him. Jesus Christ. Doesn't make the fire. Okay. Interesting. That's a push too far. That is true. That would be useful to have. Well, that's true. Yeah, an experiment you just force upon it, to be fair. Okay. Wolf form. Hmm. 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 What? Are we pumping out of his eye? What are we doing here? What? What? This guy's crazy. That's crazy. Jesus Christ. Wow. So does that explain why he has a gut now? That's pretty messed up. That's really messed up, though. Ugh, wish he's just sleeping. Hmm. Doesn't want to move. Hmm. Hmm. You are. That might kill him. Wow. Oh boy. Oh no. This is your technique? Okay. Sure. I mean, salt makes everything better, right? Right, yeah, no one's bothering. Uh-huh. Face. Oh. Or mask, I should say. And it needed to be pumped out, didn't it? Gravity alone is not enough. Need the change in pressure and stuff. Probably best that you don't do that. Probably sound killing yourself. Oh, we back here? Found his way back. Uh-huh. Hmm. All the weird rumors that start up from it. Hmm. Hmm. Still some decent people. Lost your brother Shin, huh? Oh, interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He isn't. He really isn't. Oh boy. Let's see how the reaction is. The kids are obviously gonna freak out. And yeah, he doubles down on it. Yep. Oh, he absolutely did. No, you're not. Is he gonna show up tomorrow? Oh god. Bullies. Hmm. Get rid of the mask, huh? Gonna be called a monster anyway, might as well show it, right? Why hide it if everyone's just going to call you it anyway? Hmm. It's not reacting at all to it, having seen it already. That's a bit much, I think. Yep. Yeah, that didn't work. It's going about as well as expected, right? And still no one's looking for him. Hmm. Realizes he needs to learn. Self-aware. Okay. That's probably true. Uh, hmm. Why would you say that to her when you're meant to be hiding it? Still don't get to see it. We get to see that bit. Hmm. Guess he's never seen it, right? No, he did. He saw it at the very beginning. Hmm. Ugh. Hmm. Shame how a good dad can raise such a cunt of a son. Mm-hmm. Damn. I'm hoping Fushi shows up at this point. I think he will. Right, the ring still has that. They're not going to give him a fair price, are they? Hmm. Thought better of it. Is that the brother? We did get to see him. Jesus Christ. What even happened to you to... Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Debatable. Until... Oh boy. Oh boy. Sell? Uh... We're gonna like make him fight or something in the arena. Hey, Fushi! Yeah, you want to mess with me now? There we go. Just intimidate. Don't attack. Hmm. Aww. Aww. Yes. Oh, that was good. ED? ED time. That was good. That was a nice little journey for Gugu there. Well, it wasn't a nice journey, but it's a nice little realization at the end there. Yeah, we'll stop before we get to the preview bits as per usual, because I don't want any previews because they're a little too spoilerish on this show. Booze man is pretty messed up though, taking that opportunity like that. This part of ED just... There's something so magnificent about this ED part here. All right. Good episode. Good episode. Good character building there. Very good character building. Yeah, that was good. That was a very good episode. Good building for his character. Good for Fushi as well. Some good Fushi moments in there as well. Some adorable ones. And then you had God, the Master's son is a real cunt, but as expected of a kid, right? Everyone else is just having the expected reactions of what really is going to happen. I wonder if we'll ever see his face properly, like uncensored, basically. I assume it's a stylistic choice, obviously, because it's meant to be so horrific that you can't even show it on television, right? That's the implication. But I wonder if there will be a point where we actually ever get to see it properly. Now, in theory, I think in the OP we see him grown up. So, in theory, we might see his face eventually. In theory. Whether we actually get to that point or not, I don't know, because, well, a lot of what is shown in the OP doesn't actually happen because it's just memories and things that are going on, but I guess we'll see as time goes on whether he actually gets to see his face properly, or even fixed. Maybe there will be a way that we could fix his face properly. I don't know how we would do that in this world, but maybe there's a chance, you know? Maybe. I guess we'll see, but good episode. Slightly emotional towards the end there as well. I think he was overly kind to his brother just because it is the brotherly bond. It's like, okay, I'm doing this because I want to give you a chance, but this is goodbye, essentially. So he finally got to say goodbye to his brother on his own terms rather than just the brother abandoning. I wonder how the brother ends up in that situation, though, but I guess we'll never know really properly on that unless the brother gets reintroduced again, but I doubt it. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find it on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.